Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who is in Punjab to pay tributes to the soldiers killed in the Galwan Valley clash and the farmers who died during the anti-farm last year, appealed to the farmers' leaders to continue their agitation against the centre until they get constitutional guarantees on support prices for crops. Farmers can topple governments. It's not a big thing, he said, while exhorting them to unite for a nationwide agitation, which he said he will join and support along with the other opposition parties like the Aam Aadmi Party. Consistently raising the pitch on farmers' issue, Mr. Rao seems to be setting the tone for his national ambitions in politics. Joining him in this line of attack, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who spoke before Mr. Rao, claimed that the BJP-led centre wanted Delhi stadiums to be converted into makeshift jails to house farmers marching into Delhi to protest against the new farm laws. Arjun Singh, the former West Bengal BJP Vice President, quits the party today and joined the Trinamool Congress. Mr. Singh was welcomed into Trinamool by the party's National General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee at his office in South Kolkata. The move comes days after he slammed the party's state leadership for not allowing him to work properly. Mr. Singh was miffed over the centre withdrawing the notification capping jute prices at Rs 6,500 per quintal, a demand he and other industry stakeholders have been pressing for in the last few weeks. Sources also informed that Mr. Singh had recently travelled to Delhi to meet the BJP's top brass over fraction fighting in the state unit of the BJP, while also raising the jute mill issue. Senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram today said whether the states can afford to give up revenue from VAT on petrol and diesel unless the centre devolves more funds or gives them more grants, linking their situation to being between the devil and the deep sea. The former finance minister's remarks comes a day after the government announced Rs 8 per litre cut in excise duty on petrol and Rs 6 reduction on diesel. The notification on the reduction of duty on petrol and diesel is now available. FM used the words excise duty, but the reduction is in additional excise duty, which is not shared with the states. Hence, contrary to what I said yesterday, the entire burden of reduction falls on the centre. To that extent, I stand corrected, Mr. Chidambaram said. The BJP-led centre wanted Delhi stadiums to be converted into makeshift jails to house farmers marching into Delhi to protest against the new farm laws, recalled Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Sunday at an event to honour farmers. Even I have come out of an Andolan, Anna Andolan, and the same was done to us at that time. They used to keep us in stadiums. I too have stayed in stadiums for days. I understood that it was a ploy to end the Kisan Andolan, said Mr. Kejriwal. Prominent farmers leader Rakesh Tiket, who was one of the leaders of the massive agitation last year against contentious farm laws which were eventually repealed, was also in attendance. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan today claimed Rahul Gandhi was the country's most failed, desperate, frustrated and hopeless leader, and that since nobody listens to the Congress MP in India, he vents out his frustration abroad. Mr. Chauhan was reacting to Mr. Gandhi's remarks at a conference in London, where the latter recently accused the BJP of spreading kerosene all over the country and said, "You need one spark and we will be in big trouble."